Welcome to this edition of McAllen Update. I'm Roy Canthu.
And I'm Roxanne Lerman. Today we are prepping for back to school at the award-winning McAllen Public Library.
The McAllen School District officially kicks off the school year on Monday, August 25th. That means parents have been busy squaring away their back-to-school list and preparing to change up their morning routines to get the kiddos off to school on time. And even though students don't want to hear it, it's time to get children back to their regular bedtime routines.
And it's also that time of year when we want to remind motorists to be safe around our school zones. Roy Canthu has a look at that story.
We're here at the McAllen Police Department. With me right now is Chief Victor Rodriguez to talk about back-to-school safety. Chief, let me ask you, it's right around the corner. What do motorists and children need to know?
Well, the first thing we want to basically take this opportunity to remind our parents and our drivers mostly that it's back-to-school season. We ask you to take your time above and beyond everything else that you have to do. Plan your trips to school. Most negative events that we experience that we have to deal with and take reports on have to deal with people that are in a hurry. So make sure that you plan your trips to school, especially the first few days. The first few days of school, there are new students, new parents, everybody trying to get familiar with the traffic patterns. All of these things affect every one of our schools. So the first few days especially, remember that it's against the law for anyone in a school zone to use a cell phone, to text and drive in those school zones. Is against the law. And remember, above all, that the entire purpose of all of this is to keep our kids safe. We want them to start another year in their school. We want them to have a good, safe year. And above all, we want them back next year.
Chief, the city's initiating a Run, Ride, and Share campaign, sort of trying to make it safety for runners, cyclists, and motorists. But this is also important for kids to use, I guess, sidewalks when they can, stay off the roadway, use crosswalks, and just not jaywalk everywhere.
You know, roadways are essentially for motor vehicles. There are laws that pertain to the use of those same roadways by pedestrians, and there are pedestrian crosswalks, designated cross points. That's where they should make these these street crossings. If you are a parent, we ask you, take your kids to the corner and let them cross at a designated crossing point. You know, do not cross in the middle of the street. Do not leave them alone above all. And remember that you also may have bicyclists. Bicyclists too have to abide by those same rules. These roads are to be shared by all. And in order for all of us to be safe, you know, all of us have to be aware. The new school year is upon us, and we urge you to be safe above all and keep that in mind.
Well, thank you very much, Chief. And that's it, folks. It's back to school time again, so it's important for motorists and also pedestrians walking to watch out for each other because things can happen with all the added traffic. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy Canthu.
As everyone gears up for the school year, there are a few things to keep in mind.
And who better to give us some helpful tips than a longtime educator, Mayor Pro Tem Commissioner Hilda Salinas.
A time when we get ready to go back to school, especially those first couple of weeks, you know, when everybody's getting used to that new schedule again, there's a lot of us that are rushed, and it kind of, you know, it could get dangerous out there. So it's important that we try to adjust our habits, you know, to that back to school frame of mind earlier rather than later.
So again, it's back to school time. Remember to obey traffic signs and watch out for school zones because many more parents and children walk to school using our city sidewalks.
The McAllen Police Department stepped up to help hundreds of kids get ready for their big day. Roy Canthu has a look at that story.
We're here at the McAllen Convention Center at the Back to School Fair. With me right now is Commissioner Veronica Vela Whitaker. Commissioner, tell me about this year's Back to School Fair.
It's amazing how many people are here this afternoon. It's great to see all the families here enjoying the afternoon, the music, and especially to pick up all of the school supplies that they're able to get today.
This is a joint effort between the City of McAllen and the McAllen ISD because it's important to get the kids ready for school. Tell me how that cooperation and participation has happened.
Once you have the city and the school district, we service all the same children, the same parents. They live in our city. So as long as all of our citizens and the people of McAllen are happy, they go to school happy, and because we're together now, we're able to communicate and work together for a better McAllen.
There's a lot of back-to-school supplies that are being given away for free for the participants.
Yes, there are. There are notebooks, there's crayons, there's pencils, there's backpacks. I'm not quite sure. They've got a lot of stuff going on, and that's all through the collaboration of the school district and the City of McAllen. So it's great for families. They get haircuts, they get their vaccines, they get their physicals done, It's a one-stop shop this afternoon at the McAllen Convention Center in order to meet for your kids to be ready for school next in 2 weeks.
Well, thank you very much, Commissioner. That's from the 3rd annual Back to School Fair hosted by the City of McAllen and the McAllen ISD. From the McAllen Convention Center, I'm Roy Cantu. The McAllen Chamber of Commerce held a reception to welcome the new University of Texas RGV President Guy Bailey. Dozens of local business leaders, city officials, and community representatives attended the meet and greet event. Bailey will be the person in charge of UTRGV when the transition occurs.
Like other departments across the nation, the McAllen Police Department held their annual National Night Out on August 5th at 2 different locations. Roy Cantu has all those details.
We're here at Las Palmas Park in McAllen here for National Night Out. With me right now is Captain Irene Luna with the McAllen Police Department, who's putting on 2 community events tonight, one here at Las Palmas and one at Los Encinos. Captain, tell me, how's the crowd?
It's really good. Once the sun went down and this breeze started picking up, we're getting a good crowd out here.
What's National Night Out and why is it important for the police department?
No, National Night Out is important because it's our one night out of the year where we remind our citizens how to be safe in their home, at their work, with their vehicles, with their property. It's a reminder for one time a year, but we want them to practice these things throughout the year, the rest of the year.
There's a lot of families here with children, Captain, and you have a lot of law enforcement officers out here also. Are these the Office of Community Affairs and other divisions?
Yes, these are all officers of the McAllen Police Department, different assignments, motorcycle, the tactical unit, the K-9, the Office of Community Affairs. And we want our children to come out and meet these officers so that they won't be afraid of them, so that they'll know that when they need help, they can come to an officer to get help.
And National Night Out is done across the nation on the first Tuesday in August. And I know we have another community event on the south side. And it's very similar to this, where you bring businesses and community out with the law enforcement community.
That's right. We want to promote safety. We want to remind our citizens how to be safe. And we want to allow them officers so that they can ask questions, anything about safety, crime prevention. Our officers are here. They're available.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Captain. We're here at the McAllen Crime Stoppers tent, and there's other tents offering water, there's other tents offering businesses, offering bags, a lot of free stuff for the folks. So if you didn't make it out this year to National Night Out, make sure to make it next year. It's always the first Tuesday in August. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy Cantu.
Thanks, Roy, for that report. Well, get ready. Traveling is getting a little upgrade in McAllen. To make your ride on Metro McAllen more enjoyable, the city will be installing 8 state-of-the-art bus shelters. There is currently one already installed at the Park and Ride facility at Austin and Bicentennial. The bus shelters will be located at high ridership areas like the VA Clinic, McAllen Housing Authority, STC Campus on Pecan and STC Campus on Ware and Military, Trenton Shopping Area, and of course, Doctors Hospital at Renaissance.
These shelters are designed to be placed at stops that are heavily used. They're durable, they're ergonomically designed so that it adds comfort to the passengers. The fact that they're solar lit gives it another security aspect to that particular stop. And so these stops will help passengers be able to sit at the stop and get away from the sun while they're waiting for the bus.
The shelters will be equipped with solar lighting, trash receptacles, and comfortable seating.
Construction at the McAllen Sports Park is in its final stages, and the park is going to attract fans of all kinds. Roxanne Ledman has the story.
That's right, Roy. Lots of progress and moving forward on our newly named McAllen Sports Park. To help us out with that, Miss Sally Gavlik, our Parks Director. Sally, tell us where we're at.
This is the most exciting project that we have. We are hydromulching. We are looking at getting our grass going here. We're actually going to have the official opening the weekend of August 21st through the 24th. We'll have an invitational tournament here, and the official ribbon cutting will be on Friday night at 5 o'clock the 22nd.
All right, so when do we actually kick off all the festivities here? When are we going to be ready to go 100%?
We're probably looking at November, so that we give the grass a time to be able to come in and grow to where it's pretty substantial and everything like that. And so we're looking at November for activities, but by the end of August, people will actually be able to see how the complex looks.
So Sally, I mean, people at home, folks here in South Texas, we really haven't seen a place like this. So what does it bring to our families here in McAllen?
This is a very unique facility because we have the capabilities of having soccer, of having rugby, of having football here. There's tennis courts, there's basketball goals. We have a stadium field so that we can have some major tournament play here, as well as the MISD can use it. We actually have fountains down through the middle, and so it's like it's mini little water park also for the children. We can have concerts here, we can have art shows here. It really becomes a multifaceted facility for the citizens of McAllen and the surrounding area.
All right, Miss Sally, thank you for bringing us up to speed. Lots of excitement, and there's going to be fun for the entire family. We're looking at probably November. Roy, now back to you.
Forbes has set its sights on McAllen once again. This time, it's the employment outlook that looks bright for the city of Palms. McAllen captured the #3 spot in the nation for the best cities in terms of job growth. According to the magazine, well known for its list and rankings, McAllen is expected to have 3.9% annual job growth. The Lone Star State had 5 cities in the top 10.
Hundreds of runners, cyclists, and CrossFitters braved a torrential downpour to celebrate Viva McAllen Streets and the Run, Ride, and Share campaign. Roy Cantu has the wrap-up.
We're here at the McAllen Convention Center here at Viva McAllen Streets. With me right now is a very important person for Viva McAllen, Blanca Cardenas, the Crime Stoppers president. Let me tell you, Blanca, how did it go?
It went fabulous. We had a wonderful turnout, great turnout. Rain didn't stop us. We kept on going. We had over 300 participants, both for the running and the cycling. It was just fabulous. We had Zumba going on, we had CrossFit going on, the bike rodeo. McAllen Metro donated 500 helmets to all the kids that participated. It was just a huge success.
Viva McAllen was started off as a health and fitness event to sort of promote McAllen Crime Stoppers in our community. However, this year we teamed up with the city of McAllen to do Run, Ride, and Share. Tell us about that campaign.
The Run, Ride, and Share is pretty much to build awareness for all runners, cyclists, and drivers that we need to be more cautious. They were out here and they distributed some information. We want to educate the public, and that was the reason why they were out here, and we partnered up with them.
And of course we couldn't do this without the city departments like the McAllen Police Department, Traffic, Parks and Rec, Public Works, and all these other departments who have contributed to this great event here at the McAllen Convention Center.
Also McAllen Metro. McAllen Metro is the one that they did donate the helmets. But yes, it's been a citywide partnership. We've had a lot of strong supporters such as HEB, Doctors Hospital at Renaissance, all of our sponsors. So it's been a big joint effort with everyone.
So folks, thank you very much. That's everything from Viva McAllen Streets, and right now we're going to finish up so we can go join in the Zumba. So back to you. I'm Roy Cantu for the City of McAllen.
Dozens of teams competed in the Cowboy Queuing Cook-Off. Winners shared $7,500 in prizes. Children also walked away with bike helmets to stay safe thanks to Metro McAllen and the Traffic Department. A golf tournament is right around the corner that will really make a difference in the lives of sick children. The Texas National Bank Driving for Wishes Golf Classic has an interesting story behind it. It all began with the daughter of Palmview's golf course director, Carlos Espinosa.
I was actually in my living room watching a TV show, and I was on my computer on Facebook, and I liked the Make-A-Wish Facebook page, and I was like, well, hey, I want to do something for Make-A-Wish. I've always been involved, but I wanted to do something a little more I guess, where I can say I helped Make-A-Wish in this way. And I went to my dad that same day that he got home, and I said, look, I want to do a tournament for Make-A-Wish. What do you think? And he's like, you're not going to raise that much money. Maybe you'll raise $500 and that's it. And I was like, well, $500 is one wish, so it's okay. Like, let's do it. And a few weeks later, Mr. Arturo Ortega, the bank representative that I'm working with, went to my dad's office and told him, look, I want to do a tournament. And my dad asked, well, who is it for? And he said, for Make-A-Wish. My dad was like, whoa, like, this is so weird. My daughter wants to do that. What do you think of you guys partnering up and, you know, helping each other? She will do all of the legwork, and all you guys have to do is raise the money. And Mr. Ortega said, well, I'll get back to you on that. And it was a blessing, actually, that he gave me this opportunity. And, well, here we are today. I'm trying my best to make this tournament the best it can be.
The tournament benefiting the Make-A-Wish Foundation is set for September 12th.
That wraps up another edition of McAllen Update. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and McAllen.net. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy Cantu.
And be sure to visit our award-winning McAllen Public Library. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roxanne Lerma.